let me say this. Your past, everything you've been through is not for you to hold on to it and take it off on the next person. The bad things that you go through is not meant for you to stay stuck in that situation. The things you go through are learning lessons to teach you not to do the shit over again. So if you're in an unhappy relationship, you know what I'm saying? Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck, because this one life that you got is not going to always be here. We have a sun shine and we have a sunset. And every day that you waste in your life and you being unhappy, you getting closer to your sunset. Nah, a lot of people be like, the things that they went through that shaped them to be who they are today, it could either shape you in a good way or it can either shape you in a bad way. The things that I went through, it was always hurtful. It was always hurtful. But I learned from it and I moved on. Now, one time did I ever take what somebody did to me off on the next person. You know, I never, like, if I got a dog ass nigga that kind of like dogged me, I never took it off on the next person. Like, I never was that hateful where I've been like, oh, I don't want to fuck with me and I'm not going to be nice to no men no more. No, because that could be blocking my blessings. I'm not about to do that. You know, what you go through, you had to go through that to learn. It's almost like college. You know what I'm saying? Life is like college. You go to school, you go fail some classes, but you learning in the process. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people is out there stuck in unhappy situations. And the thing to that is to use that experience to make yourself better. Don't stay stuck in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Do something about it and get out. Like I just felt like I was just so depressed to the point where I was just wanted to get up, when really I just needed to get out, get out that hole, that slump that I was in. And once you get out that hole or that slump you in, you can make moves. You can make different moves and things will be so much better. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get out that slump and you gotta take a step forward. If you don't, nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna stay the same. When I was depressed and I didn't do nothing about it, I stayed stuck in that slump. Keep going through the same bad things over again. Just bad repetition. Just going around, just doing completely circle. Just in order for you to change that situation, you have to change your ways. There was a lot of things in my relationship past that I did not change. I kept it the same. And because I kept it the same, I kept getting the same results. You know, and I couldn't be mad at nobody but myself because I chose to keep going in this circle, this vicious ass circle. Instead of stepping outside of that circle and walking a different way, I stayed in the circle and I kept going through it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until I got tired. Sometimes God will let you make a complete fool of yourself. He will let you go through whatever you're going through because you not ready to change. You have to be ready to change. You have to be ready to, even if it's a hard situation, sometimes you have to walk away to be the bigger person. You know how many situations I had to walk away from and then come back to because at the time when I was in it, staying in it wasn't positive. So I had to leave for that situation to analyze me a little bit more differently and respect me a little bit more differently. And after that, you know, you get a lot of respect. But sometimes people can take us for granted where they know we ain't going nowhere. So they know we stuck. So they keep doing the same shit to us and we allow it because we're comfortable in that situation. And we don't want to step out because when we step out, we got to deal with something new. And something new could bring hurt. And we don't want to deal with that. So we stay stuck in the same negative, bad, toxic situation. And then we wonder why ain't nothing good going for us, because God said you take one step and I help you take the next. But you got to take that step. Some of us is scared to take that step because we scared of the unknown. We don't want to get with another thing like what we're going through. So we rather just stay stuck in this and not do anything. And I'm not speaking from other people telling me. I'm speaking from experience. Hardcore, tough love experience. Motherfuckers that I have been so true and faithful to, and they just then turned around and burnt me like I was a stranger, and they never helped them. I have had people where I went out my way and done shit because it was the kindness of my heart, and I felt like I wanted to do it and still got shitted on in the end. Man, I got hurt so many times, but instead of using that hurt to direct it towards somebody else, I used that hurt to change my life. You know what? You hurt me, but I'm about to step out on faith and I'm about to do way better than what I was when I was with you. And I'm going to shine regardless. Even though you tried to tear me down, I'm still going to shine. And that's what we need to do sometimes when we in toxic situations. A lot of people take us for granted. That's one thing I hate, for somebody to take me for granted. I hate for a motherfucker. I have had so many motherfuckers take me for granted just because I'm nice. You know, they want to use a motherfucker. But no, I got some evil ways. That if you push me far enough, you will experience it and you won't like it. But it takes a lot for me to get that way. It takes a lot. Like, I just don't get that way. It takes a lot for me to get that way. Like, people push you to make you ugly. But I promise you, just because you push me to make me ugly in this situation, don't mean that I'm going to be ugly in my next situation. I just had to play. I just had to what is it? I just had to form. You know how sometimes you got to drop down to that level of what you dealing with, because you can't deal with it on a higher level because that would be too intelligent for them and you can't deal with them. You just you adapt. I adapted to my situations. But when the adaptation was coming to an end and I was waking up and my eyes was opening, I was like, oh, it's time to go. It's time to go. You cannot waste another minute of your time on any bullshit. It's time to go. You have wasted this many months, this many years. It's time to go. Sometimes you got to tell yourself, you got to smack yourself in the face and you got to say, it's time to go. It's time to leave this behind and go. And you know what? I am the mother of 2 kids. 2. I am a single mother. I have had so much bad shit happen to me. No, well, not bad like some people have bad, but to me it was bad because I wasn't used to even experiencing negativity. But I had to go through so much shit. Man, so much hurtful shit. To realize how strong I really am. Sometimes you be thinking you be weak. I was thinking I was weak. But I'm a single mom, and it wasn't no options. It wasn't no choices. I just had to do what I had to do. When I lost cars, and me and my kids didn't have no cars and we would have to catch the bus, I did what the fuck I had to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no excuses. I didn't make up no excuses. If I had to hop my ass on that bus, that's what the fuck I did. So we could get the fuck where we need to go. Do the fuck what we need to do. Me and my son. I didn't give a fuck. Nothing stopped me. So if I could do that as a single mom, you know what I'm saying? then I feel like, and I didn't even have a job. I was working off a limited amount of income, but I made it work though. Like, failing was not an option for me. It wasn't. I was going to win no matter what. Winning is the only option. It might not be winning how I want to win, but I'm going to win out of this situation. I'm not just going to just be like, that's it. I feel sad. No. If I can do it as a single mom on a limited amount of income, it ain't no excuse for somebody else out there to get out their situation. I never got along with my son fathers. I'm pretty sure I said that 1,000 times on all of my posts. But guess what? I never relied on them. Never relied on them. I always did it on my own. Whatever my kids wanted, I got out there and got it and made it happen on my own. I didn't rely on no man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't rely on family. Because all these things can fuck you over. I could only rely on myself. Me, myself, and I. That's all I had in the end. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. I didn't even have a job. Nothing. The house that I live in, I didn't have a job when I got this house. I had to put down damn near $2,000. Don't even know how I got it, but I got it. I had to move 12 years of furniture. I filled up a dumpster. I had to move. You know what? Didn't nobody call me and say, hey, you need help moving? No. Me and my 17-year-old son moved everything out of the 12-year townhouse we lived in to this house that I live in. I done this all by myself. So when I hear guys making up excuses on why they can't do it and girls making up excuses on why they can't do it, that's bullshit to me. Because I was alone. I did not have the support of my kids' fathers. I did not have the financial support. I was on a fixed income. And I did all of it on my own. So if I can do it on my own with no job, there's no excuse for anybody else to do it. And if you make up excuses, it's because you happy in that situation. You don't want change, because a motherfucker that don't want to deal with something is not gonna deal with it. When I don't want to deal with a nigga no more, I'm not dealing with you no more, period. You done. You're done. I don't have nothing to say to you, nothing. I'm done. I cut the string and we're done. Now, motherfuckers out there, they make up excuses. Oh, I can't leave because of this right here, and I can't leave because of this right. You making up excuses to stay stuck in a miserable situation. Let me be that friend or that person to tell you, get your ass out that slump. Stop thinking that it ain't no way out, because it is. You just not trying. Step out on faith. Do something different, and you will get a different result. But you are not going to get a different result doing the same shit. How can you? You have to change. If you want a better result, change is going to be your best bet. You have to change your environment, change your situation in order to make better. And sometimes you got to do stuff and be around people that you really don't want to be around. But if them the people that's going to help you get on your feet, you better take advantage of that, because that shit is rare. Loyal people are rare, but this world's so fucked up, we don't even notice the loyal people. We don't notice because our vision and we got blindfolds over our eyes, so we can't see shit clear. We see things corrupted and fucked up. But you got rare people in this world that will walk into your life and be so loyal, like, you know that if you can't call on nobody else, you can call on this person. But most of y'all burn y'all bridges. You know what I'm saying? You burn bridges with people. Instead of just leaving on a good note, you got to do something stupid to leave on a bad note. Now you done burned your bridges with this person. You can never go back. The one person that you could trust, you can't go back and even ask them just to let you borrow $1 because you done fucked them up that damn bad. You did that. People don't know how to handle loyal people nowadays because everybody's so corrupt and crooked and two-faced and selfish and just worrying about money and worrying about themselves and worrying about this and worrying about that. Just like my last relationship, and I'm pretty sure I talked about that on some of the lives too. You know, like, he was a good person. My last relationship, he was a good person. Only problem is he did not He fucked me in the end. That was one thing right there. He had his family thinking something totally different. He fucked me in the end. He thought that I took everything from him, and I didn't take anything from him. He walked away from it. I didn't take nothing. We've got that stuff together. So I was thinking, okay, we got this stuff together. We gonna ride it out till it's done, over with together. Obviously, he wanted something different. He wanted females. I just was content the way I was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the sex because it was boring. It had no passion. It was boring. You know, so that went downhill. Then everything else just went downhill. I was like, okay, I gotta either I'm gonna keep going through this vicious circle, or I'm gonna step out on faith and try something new. So what the fuck did I do? I tried something different. I had to get out here and make money and try something different and work hard for myself so that I could get where I need to be. So anybody stuck in a negative situation, you want to get out, you got to change. That's the first step. Change. You got to go somewhere where you don't want to go. You got to be somewhere you don't want to be. You can only be there temporary, but you need to be there to change your situation. I wish I could share my knowledge with everyone, but unfortunately, everybody don't want to listen. Everybody think they know it all. But the true thing is to learn from your fucking mistakes, your past mistakes. That's the key to the answer to everything. Learn from your past mistakes. Don't do the shit that you did. The shit that you did in the past, don't do it in the future, period. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Have a different plan. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, you've been rocking out for somebody for years, and now these years is over with. It's like it's not the same. Because you ever notice how you ever been in a long-term relationship? You've been in there for so long. Things be all exciting at the beginning. You got the honeymoon stage. Then 4 years later, it's like y'all don't even want to touch each other. Y'all don't want to look each other. Y'all don't look at me for sex. Don't ask me for sex. None of that. But I don't want to make this video too long. If you want change, you're going to have to step outside your circle. The vicious circle that you've been going around for in years, you got to step outside. And you got to step out on faith. And be positive about it. Don't be negative. Be positive. I'm going to step out on this faith. And this is my plan, what's going to happen. And I swear to God, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make this plan go through. That's my thinking. Failure is not an option. I can only think about how I can make this shit better. Or work it out to where it's comfortable for me. Some of y'all might use this. Some of y'all might can't. But I know experience worked for me. So have a good day, y'all. Sorry this video was so long. I just needed to get some shit off my mind.